Mike, check 1 2 1 2. It's the Y2K collector. Happy Monday morning to you. Some of you may have seen my video yesterday where I mentioned two Xbox 360 games that I have in my collection that have actually shot up in price and are now worth over $100. But I was kind of wrong with some of the figures that I gave you all, and I just wanted to correct some of that. I think I had mentioned Knight's Contract coming in at roughly around 100, but I'm seeing that game listed these days for over $100, somewhere between 120 to 130. So Knight's Contract is one of those games that's definitely on the rise. So if you don't have this one in your collection, or you have not heard of it, it's definitely one that you probably missed out on. I'm not even going to encourage anyone to join the FOMO and spend the crazy amounts of money for this game that was just $30 like a month ago. But Knight's Contract has shot up, so if you do have it in your collection and you never had a game worth over $100 before, well, here goes one. So Knight's Contract, and then the other one is Ken's Rage 2. Now, in my video yesterday when I was talking about Fist of the North Star Ken's Rage 2, I had mentioned that this is a game that was currently going for about 160. So I was wrong. This game right now is easily going for over $200. I'm seeing this listed for 260, and I'm seeing listings online for games that aren't even in the best condition, and they're listing them at 240, 260. When I went to go check the eBay solds, I saw that Fist of the North Star 2 Ken's Rage was selling for over $200. I saw some sold listings at 210, 205, 215. So people are definitely spending the money to buy this game. When I asked in my video yesterday why the price was going up so much, a lot of people said that I think it was only available on Xbox 360. Now I know there's a PS3 version of this game, but I think it was only released in Japan or overseas, so it doesn't have the English translation. So I think the Xbox 360 was the only console to get a physical release of this game. And then it's also being removed from the Xbox 360 store. So I guess this is one of those games that you will not be able to play unless you actually have the disc on the Xbox 360. And that could be the reason for this one to be shooting up in price so drastically. So at this point, this is a $260 game. Do I think it will stay at this price? I think there's a good chance that a lot of these prices will come down towards the end of the summer, going into the fall, maybe once all the hype and euphoria has gone down. And then hopefully, if you haven't had a chance to buy it, you'll be able to take advantage of reduced prices then. I definitely would not encourage anyone to spend $260 on this game. This was a $30 to $40 game like a month or two ago. And now just because of all the hype and the FOMO, it's shot up. Dope game, don't get me wrong. I'm a huge fan of 3D beat 'em up. So if you're a fan of the genre and you missed out on this one, yeah, I feel for you because it is a good one. But I definitely wouldn't encourage anyone to spend that amount of money here. Now, if it doesn't go down by the fall, it might just be up and away. With the way things are going now, this could wind up being a $300 game by the end of the year, which would be nuts. It would be insane for a 360 game, but I guess only time will tell. But there is one more game that I didn't mention in the video yesterday that is on the rise. You may still be able to get it for, under 80, but we'll see. And that is Raiden Fighters Aces. Now, Raiden Fighters Aces is a little bit of a peculiar one, and I think this one has the potential to really shoot up for one specific reason, and that reason is printed right here on the box, only on Xbox 360. So this was a game that was only released on the 360, a lot like Fist of the North Star Ken's Rage 2. Now, Knight's Contract was a game that was released on the PS3 as well as the 360, but because this game was an exclusive to the Xbox 360 and it is a shoot 'em up, which everyone knows shoot 'em ups just tend to hold their value a lot better than other genres. I think it's because it's a niche genre that hardcore fans of the genre, they hold near and dear. And Raiden Fighters, this was a game that I picked up for around 25 to 30 bucks a while ago, years ago. And now when I check it, I'm seeing listings for $79, $89 on eBay, and I don't know if the hype train has fully caught up to this one yet. So this is one that I can see, especially once the Xbox 360 store officially shuts down. This is one that I could easily see going above the $100 mark, and possibly even further. It's a pretty dope game. You get 3 games in one on this one: Raiden Fighters, Raiden Fighters 2, and then Raiden Fighters Jet. So another, just cool installment of games here. You did have the option to compete on Xbox Live, but again, with the store shutting down, I don't even know if that's going to be an option anymore. But I'm a huge fan of shoot 'em ups. As you can see, the 3 games I'm showing you here, 2 of them, well, one is a hack and slasher, one is a beat 'em up, and now this one's a shoot 'em up. So those were the games that I was looking for on the Xbox 360 when I was really out, like, on the hunt trying to find 360 games before. And I've had these 3 in my collection for quite some time, and now it's, I guess, because of all the hype and everything that's going on with the store closing, these 3 games are 3 games that are now some of the more sought after ones. And what was once $90 in value now is all of a sudden is upwards of $400, touching $500 in value. So that's just the way it goes with retro games. And because we're getting to that point where the 7th gen is really being shut down, like for real. A lot of the games are being liquidated. Xbox is getting rid of them. You're seeing, if you go into GameStop is getting rid of them. If you go into a GameStop today, you're going to see a bunch of PS3 games and a bunch of 360 games on the shelves, because they're really just trying to get these games out of their inventory and I think move on to the next phase of gaming. I think PlayStation 5 is going to take up a lot more room on the shelves moving forward, and PlayStation 4 is now going to take the place of PS3. So I think GameStop is just trying to phase a lot of that out, and they're trying to phase a lot of the 360 stuff out as well. And yeah, I mean, this generation, these games are officially, in my mind, moving into that retro gaming space. So I guess on one hand, I'm glad that I was able to have these in my collection, and I don't have to pay those crazy prices to get them. But at the same time, it's like, I definitely wouldn't encourage anyone to go and spend these prices either, like pay these prices either, especially not now. It's a tough economy. But if you can get them, I'm sure you still might be able to find some of these cheap, because it's like that transitional point. Sometimes when games are on the rise or when they've just shot up in price, you can still find old listings on eBay, on Mercari. You still might be able to go to a game store that hasn't caught up to the wave yet, that still has these games priced at their last year's price. So if you're going to go for them now. Try to see if you can, swing a deal, see if you can find them somewhere underpriced. And that's going to be the best way to add these to the collection if you have to have them. If you don't have to have them, then you don't have to have them. With all that being said, it is Monday, the start of a new week. Back to the grind. Time to put your head down and get to it. The weather this week is supposed to be beautiful, and then this weekend is Memorial Day weekend, so get your beach towels and your swimsuits ready, because summer is about to be officially here in a little bit. I don't really go by the calendar for summer. I go by the first day you can go to the beach. So hopefully you've got some really cool things planned. Hopefully you've had your morning coffee and you're ready to go. It's the Y2K Collector. I will be back with you this afternoon with another video. Take it easy.